Hello soldiers, it is Moonwalking Kingdom back again with another Michael Jackson video, and I do want to say a couple things before we begin. I want to heavily apologize for my inactivity. I've been extremely busy with school and a lot of other things, but I don't really want to get into that, because today we kick off October with my very first October video, and that is the top 10 facts of Thriller. So a lot of these facts are going to come from different sources, so I'm going to credit those sources out loud. So the first source that I got this fact from is from the Los Angeles Times. So number one, so the Thriller video, successful it was. So because of that, they are automatically started to do another video for Billie Jean. So the production company wanted, we're going to do this because Thriller was so successful. So you know what, we're going to go to production of the Billie Jean video. I'm pretty sure that Thriller was definitely filmed around like 1982. So I'm pretty sure that the Billie Jean video was filmed around the same year, as I think both of those videos came around 1983. So that's the first fact I want to say. So yeah. So this next fact is going to be pretty obvious. So as you guys know, in the Thriller video, he has the little introduction, and it says, "Due to my strong personal convictions, I wish to stress that this film in no way endorses a belief in the occult." So this was a disclaimer in the beginning of that short film. So that means that, because remember, you have to know about, at the time, Michael Jackson was a Jehovah's Witness. So there could have been something in there that had to do with because remember, like, the film has to do with like monsters and stuff and demons and all this stuff. So I think it's because at the time it's like, because I don't really know, but I think people in that religion, I think it's like a belief thing they have. So I think that was Michael's disclaimer in the beginning of the video. So that's why Michael Jackson said that, if you all were wondering. So another fact that I got from LA Times is that this specific song of Thriller was originally called Starlight. So Starlight was this song that it sounds like Thriller, and I'm gonna play it, and here's what Starlight sounds like. Yeah, similar, very, very similar, but some of the instruments are very different. Michael, different lyrics, but this concept was just, no. I think it just made it into something bigger and more. Thriller is just a more attractive title. What I mean is that it would attract more people to listening. So definitely very strong there. We're going to dig into the fourth fact, that Thriller, the song, was not written by Michael Jackson. The song was actually written by a guy named Rod Temperton, who wrote like a lot of other songs in Michael's career from like the late 70s, early 80s. And some of those songs include Baby Be Mine, The Lady of My Life, Rock With You, and a ton of other great songs. And another fact that we're going to give is that Michael Jackson only wrote 4 tracks off the Thriller album. And those songs include Billie Jean, Beat It, Wanna Be Starring Something, and The Girl's Mine. So that's something I wanted to say. So Rod Temperton, a little more on Rod Temperton. So Rod Temperton was this guy who did a lot of music and stuff, and he was in a group called Heatwave. So if you guys don't know who Heatwave is, they were a group that did a ton of songs. One of my favorites is Boogie Nights. I think they did that around the late 70s. It's just such a groovy song, and yeah. So now we're gonna get into our sixth fact. So every twice an hour on MTV, the Thriller video would play over and over again on MTV around the song's popularity. So that video would play every 2 hours on MTV. So more and more people can watch it. Back in the 80s, people got famous for the right reasons. Like, I'm telling you right now, people like, and I don't want to like hate on anybody, but most people right now, especially people who just do a 15-second video on TikTok, get famous like that instantly. Like, they get followers and stuff, but they haven't really. I mean, I get that they were dancing their whole life, but you got to work hard, like Michael did. Michael Jackson started singing and performing in public audiences since the age of 5. And I feel like most people don't understand like the whole logic with his father and being abusive and stuff. First of all, people need to understand that was such a different time period. Like, it was the freaking 70s, for crying out loud. Like, parents were so different back then, and nowadays people would say, "Oh, he was the worst father in the world." You can't just say he was a monster. Like I'll tell you something about Joe. I'm gonna address this in my documentary, which we're planning on releasing very soon. But if Joe never happened, I mean, like, if he never existed in Michael's life, then man, there'd be nothing. There'd be no Michael Jackson. There would be no Jackson 5. If it wasn't for Joe, there would be no Michael Jackson. Case closed. So we're going into fact number 6. I'm taking this next fact from a website called Song Facts. So they're saying that Thriller, the album, is still the best-selling album in the entire world. However, it is not the best-selling album in the United States. Instead, an album called The Eagles, their greatest hits, is now the best-selling album of the United States. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But we're going to dig into the 7th fact. And the 7th fact is that the cost of this video was $500,000. So that, for a 13-minute video, at the time, I mean, that's a lot of money. But I will say that the most expensive video that he did was Scream, but still, for $500,000, that is still such an amazing video. Still a lot of money. So they're saying also that they wanted him to turn into this monster. And I'm gonna quote this. So he offered to pay for the clip himself. So John Landis, who directed Thriller, took on the project because he saw it in a way to revive the short film genre, which he loved. And if you guys want to check out like the whole transformation of the werewolves behind the scenes, there's a whole Thriller behind the scenes video on YouTube that you guys can check out. So now we're going to I think we're at number 7 or 8 now. We're definitely at 8. And they're saying that this video was premiered and it had a screening on November 14, 1983, and a lot of people were there. A lot of people were there. It was in 1983, and some notable celebrities that were there were Diana Ross and Eddie Murphy. Now, Eddie Murphy, he did a stand-up comedy show in around that same year, 1983, and he did this really funny skit. If you guys are very, very aware, he did this very funny skit, and he was making fun of Michael Jackson, but not in like a bad way, just like in a funny way. So he was referring to Michael Jackson performing "She's Out of My Life" during the Triumph tour, and man, it was so funny. And then at the end, you know what he says? Tito, give me a tissue. Okay, now we're at number 9. So number 9 would probably have to be that around the time there were a lot of female actresses, like all that. So the girl's name in this video that Michael and his girlfriend and everything, female in it was Ola Ray, and she was on Playboy magazine, and she was the Playboy's Miss June of 1980. So Ola Ray also said in her magazine that her favorite pop star was Michael Jackson. So no wonder they started working. And now, I think the best thing about Thriller is that every Halloween, it's always such a highlight. Everyone has to watch the video. Everyone has to do the dance. And every year, you get some flash mobs, and you get thousands and thousands of zombies on the streets, and they're all doing the dance. And I think that's what makes Thriller so special. And I don't like when people say it's overrated, because Thriller deserved the recognition that it needed. So I'm going to say that Thriller is not overrated. And if you say it's overrated, then I mean I can see, but it's like, oh, I mean, because everyone knows it, but I mean everyone knows it for a good reason, because it's Michael Jackson's Halloween anthem. I mean, if we're gonna say underrated, definitely Ghosts. We'll do a Ghost video pretty soon about the top 10 facts about Ghosts. So I'll definitely do that for you guys. And now we're gonna go into the last fact. So the last fact is that in the song Thriller, pay attention to the howling sound in here. So yeah, the howling that he does in the beginning, in the middle, and everything, those are all Michael. Michael did the wolf sounds himself. And the reason why Michael did it was because they had an actual canine do it. They had a dog do it, and it just failed, and they just couldn't even do it. Like they couldn't do it. So I'm gonna quote this from the website that Bruce Sweetian, which is the album's engineer, had the bright idea of recruiting his 200-pound Great Dane for the howls. So he brought the dog in to listen to the coyotes, hoping that it would prompt an eerie response, but it just didn't work out. So that's why they had Michael do it. The special effects were by Rick Baker, who did a lot of other effects for Michael's films. The creaking door sounds were from Universal Studios Hollywood, and he rented those from there. So that was pretty cool. Also, zombie dancers. I don't know if this is true, but Janet Jackson was apparently one of them, but I don't think that's true. And I definitely know for a fact that Vincent Price was one of the zombies in Thriller. So that's pretty cool. I want to say thank you all so much for watching this spooky video. I hope you guys stream Thriller and show it the love it deserves this month. And I hope that I will see you guys in the next video, which I really want to do a reaction video again. And another collab. So I will definitely do another collab, as the last one did extremely well. So I want to thank you guys for watching that video. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you all in the next video.